What is up, guys? Hassan Malik back here again. I apologize for the little break. It's been a minute since I've made a regular commentary video like this. I had midterm exams going on, but we should be good for the regular upload schedule for now. Also, if my voice does sound a little off, it's because I am feeling a little under the weather today. Nothing serious though. Okay, so today's video is going to be almost a sequel to one of my previous videos, the evolution of LEGO Star Wars blasters. And in this video, I'll generally be following the same structure, going through the history of lightsabers in LEGO and giving my thoughts on a possible future and where I would like to see them go. Okay, so let's start off with the first and main variant of the LEGO lightsaber that was introduced at the very start of the LEGO Star Wars theme in 1999. It was originally coated in a chrome paint, which made it look really good, but as someone who had a lot of these as a kid, the paint would chip off quite easily and not look too good. Regardless of that, the mold is essentially perfect since it resembles so many different kinds of lightsaber hilts very well, which is the main reason we still see it used as the main lightsaber hilt piece to this day. In 2008, we saw LEGO move away from using the chrome versions of the blade and opted for a regular light gray mold. They also began to use them upside down to mix it up for different looks. This is probably my least favorite version of the LEGO lightsaber since it just looked so bland. In 2009, they began to mold the piece with metallic silver plastic, and that's pretty much become the standard until even now. Although this year they have begun changing the blade pieces by molding them with more of a frosted look that allows the blade to look less clear. LEGO also started using this piece in different colors like gold, black, and gunmetal gray, depending on the different characters that use them in universe. For the next variant of lightsaber, we gotta go back to the beginning again. In 2002, we saw the first custom hilt, which was a mold specifically made for Count Dooku's hilt in the first wave of the Attack of the Clones sets. It's not too different from the regular lightsaber hilt mold. It's pretty much the same thing, only bent with a little fin at the bottom. This is such a great hilt though, and it's honestly something LEGO didn't really need to do. I think it would have been just fine to just receive the regular hilt, but I'm glad to see LEGO taking these extra steps for accuracy. Now unfortunately, we don't get Count Dooku in LEGO sets too often, which means we don't get this awesome lightsaber either. The last time we actually saw him in a set was 2013. Kinda crazy we haven't gotten a character as important as Dooku in 7 years. On this point though, Episode 2 is really the most neglected Star Wars movie by LEGO. There is a reason 2013 is seen as one of the greatest years of LEGO Star Wars, and sets based on Attack of the Clones are a big reason for that. Anyways, back to the lightsabers. The next variant we got is the Asajj Ventress's custom hilts that we received in 2008 in a very awesome Republic gunship set. The hilts look great and are very accurate to the ones she uses in universe. I like that they didn't include an anti-stud at the bottom, which would have really ruined the look. These blades were also generic enough to fit in for other lightsabers as well, like with adult Ahsoka Tano, who uses very thin and partially curved hilts. The last time we saw this hilt was actually in that set with Ahsoka, the Rebel Combat Frigate, which came out in 2016. In 2015, we actually saw 2 new variants of lightsabers introduced with Rebels and one with The Force Awakens. The first Rebels hilt was used for Ezra Bridger and isn't really that special since it's just a standard binoculars piece used as a hilt, but I think that was a great decision on LEGO's part. It looks far more accurate to the one he uses in the show compared to the regular hilt. We also received the Inquisitor's custom lightsaber hilt. This is a great little mold that was really necessary for completing the look of the character. Honestly, the hilt is perfect for what it's trying to be, and I'm glad they went with the gunmetal gray instead of black or silver. The last new lightsaber we received was Kylo Ren's crossguard saber. Now, this was quite controversial since it doesn't function like this in the movie at all. I think we all thought LEGO would use a new variation of the hilt piece we saw introduced in the Legend of Shima sets, only adding another peg slot at the top. But instead they decided to mold all 3 parts of the blade together, which doesn't look too great. But I guess LEGO wasn't trying to create a new hilt piece with 3 pegs, as well as a new extremely short 2-stud long rod piece for the side blades. Which is perfectly fine. I would have preferred to see a more accurate version, but I still respect the one they made. It definitely gets the job done. And that's actually the last variant of the LEGO Star Wars lightsaber, but just like the evolution of blasters video, LEGO could do a lot more to improve them. Now, unlike blasters, LEGO does make custom lightsabers where needed for specific characters, but the thing is they never use custom hilts for some of the most important characters. For example, let's take a look at Anakin's lightsaber. This lightsaber is used by Anakin, Luke, and Rey, which means any variants of these characters in LEGO sets can use a custom mold for this hilt, obviously excluding certain variants like Luke in Return of the Jedi. Another great thing is that other lightsabers, like Darth Vader's, greatly resemble Anakin's, which means you could effectively use a new mold for this hilt for a wide variety of different characters. We receive a Luke, Anakin, Darth Vader, and Rey figure multiple times each year, which means creating a new, more accurate mold would also be financially viable. Take a look at this brick forged lightsaber hilt, which I recolored to look more like Anakin's. This hilt could be used on so many characters simply by changing the color while looking far more accurate to one of the most iconic things in Star Wars. Another great one is this hilt that'd be great for any variant of Obi-Wan and even Luke in Return of the Jedi, since his blade so closely resembles Obi-Wan's. Introducing these new molds is the next logical step in creating more accurate figures as printing gets more and more accurate. The newest versions of LEGO's figures look pretty much perfect, and there's not much room for improvement in some cases. So creating more accurate accessories can help drive the value of new figures and sets. Obviously, the current lightsaber hilts are great, but they can always do better, and this is how. Now, there's also the other thing of using current pieces LEGO has in their inventory as lightsaber parts. For example, the new longer hilt piece included in the LEGO Monkey Kid sets. It would be a massive shame if LEGO doesn't use this piece for Darth Maul at some point, because it's pretty much exactly what he needs. Also, another piece that they have in their part inventory that they need to use more often is the 3-stud long rod piece. Ahsoka Tano, as you know, has one long and one short blade, so using the long ones may look fine, but it'd be so much better if they just included the shorter version for one of the blades, since they already have it in their inventory. And there you have it, guys, the evolution of the LEGO lightsaber and a possible future for it. This video is pretty nitpicky, but being a LEGO Star Wars nerd and nitpicking is what I do. Before you head out, make sure to go down in the comments and let me know which variants and colors are your favorite. Also, make sure to let me know how you would improve the LEGO lightsaber. And subscribe to see tons of more LEGO Star Wars content. But that is pretty much going to do it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.